Good evening, everybody. It's Monday night here at Beyond the Airwaves, the Infinity Project. And since it is Monday, that means it's time for the thing we call Bye Bye Weekend. Hello, New Week. I'm your host for tonight. I am Oddball Extreme. I'm currently joined on the line by two of my crazy cohorts. First, we've got our resident Joker, Mike. What's up, Mike?
Not much. How's it going, everyone? Happy Monday.
Yep, we also have our Star Child, Janet, down below me. What's up?
Hello, everybody. Oh, I just had dessert and I'm very contentedly happy. How's everybody else out there?
Good. Oops, sorry about that. Alexa, stop.
Mm-mm-mm.
Sorry, my clock.
It was flashing.
Yeah,
Is it Alexa connected to Alexa?
yes.
Damn.
It's the Echo clock. So
Oh,
yeah, plug. But anyway, we did have a lot happen over the weekend, and not all of it was good, unfortunately. First of all, of course, John Lewis had passed away last week, but he basically had a his casket traveled from, I think, from Troy, because believe it or not, I didn't know this. John Lewis was born in Troy, Alabama.
nice.
I did not know that. That's why
So he's a
he had a memorial at Troy University on Sunday morning, or was it Saturday? I can't remember. I think it was
well,
Saturday.
one of those days.
It was Saturday because I think yesterday they took his casket in a horse-drawn carriage over the Edmund Pettus Bridge.
Oops, excuse me.
Yeah, and then his casket now is lying in state at the Capitol in Washington, D.C. He is the first African American congressman to have such an honor.
And guess who showed his ignorance by not going to see his casket?
I know, and frankly, who cares? Because honestly, you know how he is. If it's not about him, he doesn't care, right?
Right.
So,
I wonder how he'll feel if nobody shows up when his wife dies. When his wife passes.
yeah.
But enough of that morbid thinking.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see, we also had several people pass away over the course of the weekend. Regis Philbin died at 88. Olivia de Havilland died at 104. And I forgot who was that
John
guy?
Saxon.
No, I mean the other guy from Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
Peter
And then
Green?
wasn't John Saxon in one of the Superman movies as one of the villains?
I
No, not
don't
Peter
think
Green.
so. Mm-mm. It's Peter Green, one of the
Peter
co-founders of
Green. I was off
Fleetwood
by
Mac.
one letter.
Yep, yep. It was Peter Green. He died. He died over the weekend. So
Regis Philbin, don't forget him.
I already mentioned him.
Yeah. He one of them died in their sleep. I think it was him. No,
No, it was Olivia. No, was it the Havilland?
I don't know.
It
one
could
of
have
them
been
died
all
in
of them.
their
I don't know.
sleep.
I don't know. But
One
I
of
know
them died in their sleep.
it probably. I think it was Regis. He probably died in his sleep.
Yeah, probably.
But but at least it's nice. But the one comforting thing is none of these guys were COVID-19 related.
No,
No
that
kidding.
is a blessing.
Yeah, that's the good thing about all of them. I mean, no, a passing is not a good thing, but if there is one good thing, it was none of them were COVID-19. So
That is yes. That is a good thing.
yes, it is. Thank heavens.
Yeah. Gotcha there.
Yeah.
But you know, I didn't know Olivia de Havilland was 104. I
Yeah.
thought she'd already passed away.
Sounds like me about Hugh Downs about a month ago. I thought he had died long ago. Didn't know he lived to 99.
Yep. All of these people that passed away lived long, and prospered.
Yep, you're right.
I'll get
And
it out right in a minute.
and they were amazing at what they did. I mean, Regis Philbin, he hosted live for
Yeah.
20 some years, I
Yeah,
think.
he had like a world record too, which I think is still standing.
Still standing, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of age is just a number. I saw this on the news either last night or Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
This woman at 98 years old was a flight instructor
I believe it.
teaching pilots to fly at 98. She's did her last flight lesson. She gave her last lesson
And
at
officially
98
retired.
years old.
Hey,
A
Bruce, you're never
flight
too old.
instructor.
You're never too old.
Right. And then there's the elderly lady, who did a tandem skydiving jump.
Mm-hmm.
She was in her 90s. I think she was in her late 80s, early 90s as well.
I think George H.W. Bush did that too. And I see
Uh-huh.
Ashley in the chat. Let's see.
Hello, Ash. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Ash. You gonna be shy?
Uh-huh.
Oh, hold on. I forgot to give her the Zoom link. Hold on a minute. Oops.
Oopsie.
Oops, I did it again.
Yeah. But age is just a number.
Yep, exactly. You're never too
I told
young.
my
You're not
mom,
too
I
old.
told my mom this afternoon I wanted to spike my hair.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her I may be 61, but I'm still a kid at heart.
Yeah, I think most of us want to be kids at heart, you know?
Yeah. Why do you think I watch Paw Patrol and doggone Looney Tunes?
Speaking
Yeah.
of which, Bugs Bunny is 80.
Yes, aren't they
Holy
having?
moly.
Didn't James Henry Ward say they're going to have a Bugs Bunny marathon? A marathon?
Marathon.
Well, Merry Melodies.
Yeah,
Okay. A Bugs Bunny marathon on Boomerang.
I think so. If you have the Boomerang channel, which I don't.
I do.
You're
I
lucky.
have it.
I don't. I'd have to go to another tier to get it. It's like, no, I ain't going that far.
You can subscribe to Boomerang on Prime. I
Oh,
don't think it's that much.
I already do actually. So they have a whole bunch of different Bugs Bunny cartoons and such. So, including some from 2020. It's like, I don't know. I'm not gonna like those guys.
My favorite one of the oldies is when Bugs Bunny and the Gremlin.
Oh yeah, pure classic right there.
Yeah. And he says, I forget, it just barely hit the
Mhm.
and Bugs Bunny just melts out of that airplane.
Yeah. Mhm.
I'm not a big fan of Foghorn Leghorn. What about you?
Not really. No.
I don't mind.
He's a little bit of a braggart and a loudmouth, and I love it when the dog gets the better of him.
I said, boy, you better watch that.
I say, boy, pay attention when I'm talking to you. Didn't like the genius chicken. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, Cosmo. That feels good on my foot. Dog just got under the computer desk.
Aw.
But what is, do you have a favorite Bugs Bunny cartoon? A favorite Looney Tunes character?
I like Marvin the Martian.
Mike.
I don't have a particular one that I like. I do
Hi, Ashley.
enjoy Looney Tunes.
You're in. Ashley.
Hang on, she's probably still.
Hey,
Hey, there we go.
Ash. Welcome.
hey, thank you. Huh.
Well, I like them all.
Mhm.
Too bad Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner aren't Looney Tunes to speak of. They're Warner Brothers, aren't they?
They'd
They
still
are
qualify
Looney
as
Tunes.
Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner.
can-
Yeah.
I'll give you a hint on what my favorite Looney Tunes. I thought I saw a putty tat.
Yep.
I did saw a putty tat. Hey, listen, the Tweety was my nickname in the Penguin League. Remember?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I remember. I remember there was one cartoon. I think it would air on Nickelodeon when Nickelodeon was running Looney Tunes at one point. My favorite one with Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. Are you okay?
Uh-huh.
It was
I'm
like
here.
like ringing in my ear for a second there. Like, what
Oh,
the frick?
okay.
Like, ooh,
Oh, okay.
I'm okay.
Okay, but go ahead,
All
Shirley.
right. Anyway, it got Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. This is one of the funniest ones. Wile E. Coyote ends up taking a rocket through the center of the Earth, ends up on the other side in China, and then you have this Chinese Roadrunner, complete with a hat and all, and you hear him go beep beep, and you see it like in Chinese.
The end. Yeah, it was the end. That was the very end of the.
No, yeah, that was at the very end of it, and then he got the rocket back up to the other side and such, but then the Chinese runner said meep meep, and then it turned into the end.
Yeah,
I love that one. That's still
yeah.
funny.
Do you remember a Wile E. Coyote Bugs Bunny, Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner cartoon where they're running through the pipe and they get smaller, 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 smaller,
Yeah.
and then Wile E. Coyote reverses direction and he comes up and here's this big old Roadrunner foot, and so he reaches up and grabs it and he looks up, says he hit, well, I caught it. Now what do I do? Okay.
Yep. Also, something for me, well, not me specifically, but something cool that happened over the weekend. Saturday was ACDC's 40th anniversary of their Back in Black album.
Yeah. And I think honestly, I think the 2008 Iron Man movie really shot the popularity back into that CD.
Oh yeah,
Because
oh
remember, the
yeah.
very first scene in the movie, with the first thing you hear, Back in
Back in
Black.
Black. Yep. Yep.
In fact, I think ACDC had songs on I think Iron Man 1 and 2, but not on
ACDC
3.
um ACDC did a full soundtrack album for Iron Man 2, but only two of them actually were played in the movie. Which that's the only issue that I have with that movie.
Mhm.
There was Shoot to Thrill, and then there was one more, probably Back in Black again.
Mhm.
But after that, nothing else showed up.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Not like Who Made Who, which was the soundtrack for Maximum Overdrive. Not only did they have like their original music, but they also did the score for it too.
Ah.
The background stuff.
Some of the incidental music then.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yep. But yeah, 40 years ago, July 25th.
Hmm. Well, speaking of something crazy, I discovered something crazy last week. I didn't even realize. Mark Knopfler. You probably don't know the name, but if you remember the
Dire
band Dire
Straits?
Straits, yeah, I was unaware of this. He wrote the music for The Princess Bride.
What?
Yeah, I
Interesting.
looked at it. I was
No, I
like,
did not.
holy
Wow.
crap! The lead singer of Dire Straits did the music for The Princess Bride?
You mean the Sultan of Swing did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness sakes. That's
It's
cool,
like,
though.
yeah, it's like,
Yes.
holy crap!
Ashley,
Yeah,
are you taking this all in?
kinda.
Because on The Princess
Oh,
Bride, what they were doing is Quibi is doing this thing where you have like these little 10-minute things with all these different actors, doing it's like a table read. It's not an actual remake per se, but there were a lot of actors involved, including the late Carl Reiner. He actually got something in just before he died. So,
Sounds interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm starting to like Quibi a little bit.
Is it a game you play or an
No,
app you listen
it's an
to?
app. It's an app we watch like 10-minute episodes.
Okay.
can be. Nice.
Mhm.
I'll see if Quibi's on. I could get
Awesome.
Quibi on my tablet.
Okay. Now I should tell you it's not free, okay?
I.
I'm going to
How
give you
much
that heads
is it?
up.
Boy.
I think it's like 4 or 5.99 a month. I don't think it's that bad. I'd have to check for sure.
Okay.
Let me double check for sure. But it's not very bad. It really isn't. But what's
Well,
really great is you get everything settled in just 10 minutes. It's not a 30-minute episode. It's a 10-minute episode.
good.
Nice.
So it's like forget the filler. They go straight to the point. It's like that's what would have happened in all the Yu-Gi-Oh episodes.
Should have anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, because think about it. What is it? Joey and Yugi's battle went like what, three, four full episodes? It felt that way, didn't it? Oh yeah, something really cool happened on Pluto TV over the weekend. They've been running like different marathons for all of July, and the one they had over the weekend on Anime All Day, Robotech in original Japanese.
What are they
Oh
showing
wow.
now?
hmm they're back to regular programming again. So, but I was looking at things like, wow, this thing was called Genesis Circuit Mosiata.
Silver Dimension Fortress Macross. That
Yeah,
was the original title of the first generation of Robotech.
yeah. The
Sil-
second one was like the Southern Cross. I forgot the name of the
Super
top.
Dimension Calvary Southern Cross.
Thank you. And the last one was like Genesis Circuit Mosiata.
No, Genesis Climber Mospita.
Oh, Mospita. Okay.
Well,
Uh,
you're talking to someone who grew up with that,
okay.
and I learned the uh,
That's something interesting I definitely learned. Dana Sterling, her name in the Japanese version is Jean Perot or something like that.
yeah. I have the my Robotech art book some tucked away somewhere. They give you the character's real name in both English and Japanese.
Yeah. So Dana slash Jean, Jean, and
Yeah.
that was pretty neat looking at it, like the original method.
Yes. Yeah. Dana's the Max and Miria Sterling's daughter.
Yeah.
She's a halfling,
Mm-hmm.
half human, half Zentradi.
Yep.
But she maintained the human size rather than being the 30-foot
Yep.
giant.
Mm-hmm.
That is why she had feelings for Zor Prime,
Yeah.
trying to protect him from the interrogators of the Earth forces.
Yep. Exactly.
And
All
that
right.
got her in trouble at times.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, guess what? You probably saw me post this earlier today in the BTA group page, but here's some great news. You probably found out Walmart is closing for Thanksgiving for the first time in years. So is Target.
Yay!
Yeah.
It's about damn time they did that.
Yep. Oh, and there's JJ in the chat. Hey, JJ.
Hi, JJ.
Hi,
Got
JJ.
through Hannah. Okay.
Hello.
Cause yeah, she had to put up with Hannah over the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Texas.
speaking of hurricanes, did
Uh-huh.
you ever get a hold of your friend in Hawaii?
Yes, the good news is the eye of the hurricane stayed north of the islands.
Oh, that's good because I
Yeah,
know you were worried about her.
yeah. I was worried about. You see, we got a family friend, and I have a Facebook friend who both live in Hawaii, and I was getting worried. But one of my Facebook friend, she had gotten the alerts and everything on her phone, and she had posted on Facebook, and I basically said, "Please stay safe. I have spoken, and this is the way." That's right. Her wallpaper was the Mandalorian.
So you did a Mandalorian quote to her, huh?
yeah, she knew what I was talking about. So
Yeah. I suppose if I lived in Alabama or the Hawaii, I would have to learn the ways of the weather.
yes, you must learn the ways of the hurricanes because after all, they strike anywhere along the Gulf Coast.
Yeah. I don't get these people. I watch these shows on DIY network.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not DIY. One of my channels that I get,
Uh huh.
and they buy houses like Ono Island, Orange Beach,
Mm-hmm.
along the Carolina coast, this
Yeah.
and that. And I go, would you got you guys worrying about flipping hurricanes?
Yeah,
because
that
some of the people want their houses right at the water.
yeah. Because
So I
think
want.
what happened when Hurricane Michael went through last year. Is let me put it this way: where I was probably about maybe no more than 200 miles away from the center of that monster. Okay,
Right.
and all we got was heavy. Well, all we got was rain. Nothing serious.
Yeah, but it's like tornadoes. You can get nothing in your area. You go like 4 or 5 miles down the road
Yeah,
and you get your butt kicked.
yeah. Oh, poor JJ. She said, hey, I asked her if she got 300. Okay, she said yes, but had to deal with two 80 plus pound German shepherds freaking out with the thunder. And speaking of Hannah, there's a video circulating. I've been trying to check if this is real, but apparently something with Hannah may have blown down parts of the wall of Mexico and the U.S. But I've been
Oh
looking at the
dear.
video. It's basically a dust storm. I'm thinking that doesn't look right because Hannah wouldn't be stirring up dust.
Could have been a gust from a thunderstorm too.
Yeah. I mean, I'll admit the video to me is a little bit suspicious because because for Hannah to do that, it had to be way far inland and still very windy.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
So that video actually has me suspicious.
I believe you.
So, but yeah, let's see. Going back to Target, that's right. Target was gonna close. I'm gonna put this. It's a very, very, very quick story, so I can like put that. I can put that in both chats here if I can get back to my stream window. There we go. Let's see. According to JJ, I didn't hear anything about that. Well, like I said, I saw it on like it was like daily.co.uk, and it's like I'm not sure. It's like I'm suspicious here. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I would be too, honestly.
Mhm. Yeah, but anyway,
With a grain of salt till unless you find out otherwise.
yeah, exactly. Anyway, Target is joining Walmart in closing its stores on Thanksgiving Day, ending a decade-long tradition of jump-starting Black Friday sales. The move, announced today, comes as stores are rethinking the Black Friday in-store doorbusters as they try to curb the spread of the coronavirus, which has seen a resurgence in a slew of states. Target opened for the first time on Thanksgiving in 2011, joining other stores in jump-starting Black Friday sales and creating a new tradition of shoppers heading out to the stores after their turkey feast.
I'm
Okay.
so glad that's stopping.
Me
Like,
too. Because
Yeah.
really, really, I was so sick and tired of it.
Well, you want to know something?
Hmm.
I didn't take advantage of it anyway.
See, that's the thing. You could go on Thursday, but sometimes you can get the better sale on Friday.
I did. I
yeah,
believe.
yeah, but
Hmm.
I think with the coronavirus, I don't think Black Friday is gonna happen this year.
Yeah. Unless you buy online.
No.
Well, that's where Cyber Monday comes in.
Yeah, that's true. Of course, this year, who knows? Black Friday and Cyber Monday could all end up being one and the same.
Well, it could be round one, round two.
hmm
Ding.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. Now I had posted it on my own wall, and someone actually had the nerve to say they'll change their mind on November 4th because by then no one will care.
I don't think so.
I ain't
Wow.
buying that. Yeah,
No.
here's the exact word. I'm not gonna put the person's name out of respect. After November 4th, they'll change their mind because no one will care about COVID after that. We'll see about that. We will see about that.
Sounds like a non-believer in COVID. That
Yeah,
policy.
Hmm.
yeah, and they're thinking, oh, everybody's gonna change their mind. No, if they're making it this long range, uh,
I don't think they will because the rate is spreading. This is here. I'm going to turn on my camera for a minute. This is the COVID. You get a spike up, you get a few that get better. You get another spike, a few more that get better. You get more that are sick than what get better.
Yeah.
What who get better?
Yeah,
Yeah.
mainly because we have ignorant people.
Oh,
Yeah. Unfortunately, we do.
Hmm.
Mm.
Hey, look for Tim in chat
Okay.
and just keep an eye open for him because you know how impatient he gets when he's kept waiting.
I know. But yeah, let's see. So yeah, I'm really happy about this. Let's
But
see.
you know,
Oh yeah.
because
yeah. I can't handle the crowds on Black Friday.
I don't
That's
blame
why I
you.
won't go.
I stopped doing it myself because I feel like, is this really worth it?
I don't even go out on like I stood in line at Sam's Club one time. And that was trying to get a set of plastic bowls for my mom.
Hmm.
Turned out it didn't quite work that way.
Oh. Well, me, all I did was one Black Friday. I actually waited till about 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, after things died down, and I managed to get the Blu-ray DVD combo for Inside Out for $5.
Oh,
Lucky. I've got to put earrings in. Remember to put my earrings in tomorrow.
Yeah, but anyway, something interesting has happened here. We're getting reports of seeds.
Seats or seeds?
Seeds. Unsolicited
Oh, I
seed
saw
packages.
that.
Hmm. Unsolicited
The-
seed packages.
Okay. All right. Read
Okay,
up on it.
okay. So let me explain this. And this is from the Alabama Department of Agriculture and Industries. So guess what? This is real. Let's see. Unsolicited seed packages from China delivered to Alabama residents. The Alabama Department of Agriculture and Industries has received multiple reports of unsolicited China origin seeds being delivered to residents across the state through the United States Postal Service. The packing is often mislabeled as jewelry. So far, residents from several other states, including Arizona, Delaware, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Ohio, Tennessee, Utah, Virginia, and Washington State, have reported receiving suspicious packages of seeds. This practice is known as agricultural smuggling. We urge all residents to be on the lookout for similar packages. These seeds could be invasive or be harmful to livestock, said Commissioner of Agriculture and Industries Rick Pate. Currently, we are asking recipients of unsolicited seed to follow the instructions below. Number 1, do not plant the seeds, and if they are in a sealed package, do not open the sealed package. Also, do not dispose of the seeds. Number 2, report suspicious seed deliveries to USDA Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service and maintain the seeds and packaging until USDA provides further instructions. This may be used for evidence. Call 1-800-877-3835 or email to sitc.mail@aphis.usda.gov. For more details, there's a website. I'm not going to go into that. Let's see. USDA will be releasing official guidance, including additional instructions for reporting unsolicited seeds. These instructions will be shared as soon as possible. And what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to share the screen because I have to show what the
Packaging looks like, right.
right. So give me just a second here. Right here. There we go. And there, my friends, is it.
Oh,
Whoa. I wish there was a way I could zoom that in a little closer.
Well, unfortunately, I can't unless I can do that. Well, I don't want to zoom it up any closer because then I'll have a hard time getting it back. But yeah, this is what it's going to look like. So,
Looks like it came in an Amazon package.
yeah, this one could have, but you see it says China Post.
Uh-huh.
and China Post. So
Well,
yeah,
I hope
so people
Jackie,
in Alabama and in other states that I've mentioned up here, you know,
Arizona's one, right?
yes, it is. Arizona is one of them.
Iowa.
No, Iowa's not in, but it said
Okay.
several other states, including. So who knows?
Hmm.
Well,
Well, it probably won't be a matter. It'll probably be a matter of time before it gets to Iowa.
Right.
No doubt about that.
Yeah.
I wonder what the agricultural smuggling, huh?
Mm-hmm. That's what it's called.
So why are they sending them to people? Just random people.
No, they thought they were ordering jewelry.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. They thought they were
Oh
ordering
no.
jewelry.
But they got the seeds instead.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this one that the one that JJ posted earlier about John Saxon. Okay, whoops. Hate it when it does that. Okay. Well, anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to. Excuse me. No, I'm not drunk. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the screen here. And you can all follow with me. This is courtesy of westernjournal.com and by the Associated Press, and it was published yesterday. And I don't know what the heck that's for. There we go. Alright. Anyway, actor John Saxon, whose good looks won him not only legions of female fans but also a wide array of roles, has died at his home in Tennessee. He was 83. He lived in Tennessee? Wow. Let's see. The Hollywood Reporter. Oops. It says the Hollywood Reported. Oops. The Hollywood Reporter quoted Saxon's wife Gloria as confirming that the actor died of pneumonia on Saturday in Murfreesboro. He was best known for starring with Bruce Lee in Enter the Dragon and appeared in several Nightmare on Elm Street movies. As you can
Uh-huh.
see, there's a picture of him right there. Let's see. Born Carmine Origo, the son of Italian American parents, Saxon grew up in Brooklyn, New York and began modeling while still a teenager. He then caught the eye of legendary talent agent Henry Wilson, who spotted Saxon on the cover of a magazine and brought him to Hollywood. Wilson was credited for representing and helping to develop the careers of stars like Rock Hudson and Tab Hunter, the outlet said. Then, just 17, the aspiring actor signed with Wilson, studied dramatics, and then flew to Hollywood, where he was signed by Universal. His name was changed to John Saxon. And you can see there he is right there. According to IMDb, Saxon appeared in almost 200 roles in the movies and on television in a career that stretched over 7 decades. He made his big screen debut in 1954 in uncredited roles in It Should Happen to You and George Cukor's A Star Is Born. His
He
striking
was in a lot of westerns.
mm-hmm, His striking, angular profile and dark eyes led to roles playing Mexicans, Native Americans, and Mongols. Saxon also portrayed a Middle Eastern tycoon on the primetime soap opera series Dynasty. His recurring role romanced Joan Collins' character, Alexis Colby, from 1982 to 84. Saxon also played the father of Lorenzo Lamas' character on the CBS primetime soap Falcon Crest from 1982 to 88. Among other characters, Saxon portrayed an Indian chief on the popular TV Western series Bonanza. I think I remember seeing him. And Marco Polo on the futuristic hit TV show The Time Tunnel, according to IMDb.
Uh-huh. He did one other movie. He did a movie that's due out next year called After the Thunderstorm.
Oh, okay.
It's expected to come out in December of next year.
So technically, that'd be his final role.
Uh-huh. Oh, I'm just going to read you this short description of it.
Okay.
After a massive war between humans and machines, a small group of humans fight for survival. And guess who was in it with him?
Who?
Linda Blair.
Oh, wow.
Wasn't she the one that spit pea soup on the priest
Yep.
and the exorcist?
Yeah, it was her.
Ugh. But And you were right. I looked to see if he was in the Superman movie. He
Mm-hmm.
wasn't.
No. He could look like he was in it, but no, he was not.
Yeah, yeah, but you know, he was in mostly westerns and a few
Mm-hmm.
horror movies.
Oh, the horror. The horror. Yeah. Oh, now going back to Regis Philbin, he passed away. Uh, this is interesting. America's Got Talent put up its own post saying this. Regis Philbin was a television giant. The AGT family mourns our first host. Our condolences to his family and friends.
He hosted
He hosted
America's Got Talent.
the first season? Yes. That was before Nick Cannon took over.
Interesting. I did not realize that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did it before Nick Cannon took over, and of course now it's Terry Crews doing the hosting duties.
Uh huh.
Which I still remember from Regis and Kathy Lee, and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Same.
Yeah, he was a host for the longest on Millionaire.
Yeah, but I think he hosted the longest period on Regis and Kathy Lee, was turned
Uh
into
huh.
Regis and Kelly.
It was Regis and Kathy Lee. Then it was Regis and Kelly Ripa.
Mm-hmm. Kelly Ripa. Okay, let me just get this in the chat. Where am I? Sorry, I'm still getting used to this. So bear with me, growl. Alright, so I'm going to share the screen again.
Let
That
me
way
get him, Margaret.
you can all follow along with me.
Follow the bouncing ball, huh?
Yep. This is out of the Hollywood Reporter. I do trust this one, especially for the entertainment part. But anyway, of course, Regis Philbin, uh, TV host with the most congenial demeanor, dies at 88, and this was posted on Saturday. So, he presided over live morning shows for 4 decades, emceed Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and served as Joey Bishop's late night sidekick. So,
What?
yeah. Anyway, Regis Philbin, oh my gosh, the indefig- indefatigable,
Indefatigable.
indefatigable,
Indefatigable.
okay, and downright neighborly host of talk shows and game shows who spent more time in front of a television camera than anyone else, died at 88. He died Friday night of natural causes, according to a family statement. His family and friends are forever grateful for the time we got to spend with him, for his warmth, his legendary sense of humor, and his singular ability to make every day into something worth talking about, they said. We thank his fans and admirers for their incredible support over his 60-year career and ask for privacy as we mourn his loss. Understandable. Unfailingly perky and personable during his 60-plus years in show business, Philbin hosted live morning programs from Los Angeles and New York from the early 1970s through 2011, sharing cups of coffee and flipping through the morning papers alongside the likes of Ruta Lee, Sarah Purcell, Cindy Garvey, Mary Hart, Kathy Lee Gifford, and Kelly Ripa. Like Jack Parr before him, Philbin engaged his audience with tales about his personal life and the seemingly mundane events of his day. And I see nothing wrong with that. And pardon me, I gotta grab some water because my mouth is beginning to dry out again. Ugh. Let's see. Hmm. That's better. Okay. Anyway, Philbin made his mark in primetime as host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, helping transform ratings laggard ABC into the #1 network in 1999 and 2000 by drawing audiences of 30 million people to a game show that aired 3 and then 5 times a week. A New York native and an ardent Notre Dame alum, Philbin also played psychic to Joey Bishop on an ill-fated ABC late-night effort meant to compete with Johnny Carson in the late 60s, and he later served as David Letterman's frequent foil in scores of guest appearances on CBS's Late Show. According to Guinness World Records, the dapper Philbin, who got his first on-camera job in 1959 at a San Diego TV station, spent
I
nearly
was a year old. I
yeah
was a year old when that happened.
yeah well get this, he spent nearly 17,000 hours on television, surpassing
Shy.
the record held
Wow.
by Hugh Downs. He was inducted into the Broadcast Hall of Fame in 2006. Widely known simply by his first name, Regis also appeared as himself on dozens of TV series and films, from The Larry Sanders Show, Seinfeld, and How I Met Your Mother, to Woody Allen's Everything You Always Wanted to Know About Sex But Were Afraid to Ask in 1972, where he was a panelist on a mock game show, What's My Perversion, to Night in the City, 1992, and you won't believe this one, Dudley Do Right, 1999.
He voiced Dudley?
No,
Hmm.
this was the live action version where Brendan was playing the Dudley.
Well, what part did Regis have in it?
Probably a cameo, I'll bet. Let's see. Listen to this. He also voiced Mabel, the stepsister of Cinderella, in two Shrek films.
Okay. What?
Yeah.
You're
Mhm.
kidding.
Nope.
Oh boy.
Anyway, Regis Francis Philbin was born in Manhattan on August 25th, 1931, and raised in an Irish Italian household in the Bronx. His father was a personnel director and his mother a homemaker. An only child, Philbin graduated from Notre Dame in 1953 with a degree in sociology, then enlisted in the U.S. Navy. He left 2 years later as a lieutenant, then walked unannounced into the offices of KCOP TV in Los Angeles, talking his way into a meeting with program director Al Flanagan. The executive didn't have a job for Philbin, but said he would call him when he did. Instead of hanging around, Philbin returned to New York and, with the help of his uncle, a publicity man for CBS, landed a gig at Rockefeller Center in June 1955 as an NBC page. He got on TV for the first time when he was seen holding open the studio's elevator doors for Eddie Fisher, who had just sung his final number of the season on his show and was leaving for vacation. The studio is now home to Late Night with Seth Meyers. Let's see. 6 weeks into his career as a page, Philbin was surprised when Flanagan phoned, offering a position as a KCOP stagehand. He accepted and was promoted to news writer before leaving to work as a reporter at a small San Diego radio station. He joined KFMB TV, then became a feature reporter and anchor at KOGO, now KGTV, in 1960. He also convinced the station to give him a live Saturday night talk show. Now, let's see.
That was brazen of him, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'm not going to go any further because this is a lot, but I put the link in there so because I want to be able to cover like Olivia de Havilland and Peter Green too. So, hmm.
Me.
But yeah, you can read the rest of that because oh, that's right, Joey Bishop. I didn't realize Joey Bishop was part of the Rat Pack. I forgot. So,
All right. All right.
so I'm gonna stop that for a little while. And let's see. I'm gonna get to Olivia de Havilland because she made it. She made it the oldest by far at 104.
Wow.
Wow.
Let's see. Let me find the link that I had. There we go. Alright, let's put that in there. And then go put it over here too. Oh, so this is so I feel like this is the week we're just losing legends left and right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, anyway, this one's courtesy of of Entertainment Weekly, and once again, I'm going to do the screen share so you can follow along with me. Alright, so Olivia de Havilland, classic star of Hollywood and two-time winner of the Academy Award for Best Actress, died peacefully in her sleep at her home in Paris, France on Saturday. She was 104. De Havilland built her legacy, one of strong, beguiling characters in difficult circumstances, with her own hands. She rose to prominence in the 1930s as Errol Flint's imperiled lass in a series of swashbuckling adventure films like Captain Blood and The Adventures of Robin Hood. Typically, she'd be bound up and carried away, only to be saved by the hero and ensnared once more in the ties of matrimony. But in her own life, de Havilland refused to wait for the cavalry. Confident in her abilities and wary of being typecast as the damsel in distress, she waged a legal battle against Warner Brothers when the studio tried to extend her 7-year contract as a penalty for refusing roles. She eventually won, swooping in and saving herself in a landmark ruling that is still known today as the de Havilland Law. Didn't know that one. Let's see. She had already earned plaudits and an Oscar nomination for her role as Melanie in Gone with the Wind, but it wasn't until after the lawsuit that she began playing the lead in a string of powerful performance-based dramas. De Havilland earned her first Academy Award for 1946's To Each His Own, about a mother seeking to reclaim a son she gave up for adoption. The second came 3 years later for a devastating performance as in The Heiress as a woman who is controlled by her wealthy father and betrayed by her greedy lover, but ends up with the last mocking laugh. Her unflinching performance as an inmate in a mental institution in the 1948 issue film The Snake Pit was another example of a de Havilland character who, while victimized, refuses to become a victim. In real life, the actress was proudly liberal though she fought against extremism on both sides of the political spectrum. She battled against the encroachment of communist sympathy in Hollywood, only to later be branded a swimming pool pink by Time magazine and called before the House Committee on Un-American Activities. Even 1964's Lady in a Cage, a late career foray into the golden era gothic mini genre started by Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, harkened back to thematically her early harken back thematically to her early career struggles. She played a rich widow imprisoned in her mansion's elevator by a gang of violent hooligans. For all its cheesy luridness, the film was essentially about a woman breaking out of a box that others had put her in. Let's see. De Havilland continued to work in such supporting roles through the 1970s, making a switch to television in the 80s and earning a Golden Globe for her role in the TV movie Anastasia: The Mystery of Anna. Aside from her occasional on-screen roles, she lived quietly in Paris and generally shunned the public. Even at the height of her fame, she was known for inscrutability, although no amount of radio silence could disguise the deterioration of her already fractious relationship with sister and fellow actress Joan Fontaine, with whom she reportedly stopped speaking in the 1970s. Of course, Fontaine died at 96 on December 15th, 2013. Of course, it's likely that de Havilland's willfulness and independent spirit were contributing factors to the estrangement, but they were also defining elements of her life and work. She famously turned down the role of Blanche Dubois in the 1951 film version of Tennessee Williams' A Streetcar Named Desire because, as she would say in an interview more than 5 decades later, she couldn't relate to it. Vivian Leigh got the role. Perhaps she had trouble with the idea, foreign to her, of having to rely on the kindness of strangers. Funeral arrangements are private. Memorial contributions may be made to the American Cathedral in Paris.
Oh, wow. She
Hmm.
got around, didn't she?
Oh, yes, she did.
Dang.
And of course, the last piece of sad news is one of the co founders of Fleetwood Mac passing away as well.
Yep.
There it is. Ugh.
I never listened to any of their like early stuff before Lindsey Buckingham and
Mm-hmm.
Stevie Nicks.
Yeah, it's like that's the one I'm actually more familiar with.
That's fair.
All right. Well, there's like there. Okay, where? Oh crap. Bear with me, growl.
Well,
There it is. Okay. Ugh. Okay.
after the show, he's gonna be
Huh.
playing Mario's Time Machine.
Hmm.
According to his tweet, he says, "Okay, maybe this was a mistake."
Oh no.
Yeah, like oh boy.
Oh dear.
Oh god, this is a mistake. What am I doing? Alright, so
Yeah.
one more time I'm going to share this one. Dearest friend, Peter Green dead at 73. Mick Fleetwood pays touching tribute to band co-founder after he peacefully dies in his sleep. So, I think I think in all the cases, they all died in their sleep. Now, Jackson died of pneumonia. The other three died in their sleep. So, all right, and this is courtesy of the Sun in the UK. So, Mick Fleetwood has paid his tribute to his dearest friend Peter Green after he died at age 73. Fleetwood, who's also 73, and Green formed Fleetwood Mac in London in 1967. And there he is a lot younger. There's
Uh-huh.
Mick Fleetwood, and that's Peter Green before he died. Let's see, and this is the band from left to right. You have John McVie, Jeremy Spencer, Peter Green, Danny Kirwan, and Mick Fleetwood posing for a portrait holding Pan Am bags in 1968. Yes, when Pan Am was still flying.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and there's another picture of the band.
Don't
Peter in
stop.
2020 with Metallica's Kirk Hammett. Ooh,
Wow.
There's an
nice.
album for you, Mike.
Hmm.
Huh?
Go
What
down
album?
one.
Yeah,
Metallica album.
yeah.
Oh, Master of Puppets. Yeah.
Hmm.
All right, go on.
Okay. And that's Peter Green, 1969. Anyway, the musician called Green his dearest friend and added they trailblazed one hell of a musical road for so many to enjoy. Fleetwood said, For me and every past and present member of Fleetwood Mac, losing Peter Green is monumental. Peter was the man who started the band Fleetwood Mac along with myself, John McVie, and Jeremy Spencer. No one has ever stepped into the ranks of Fleetwood Mac without a reverence for Peter Green and his talent, and to the fact that music should shine bright and always be delivered with uncompromising passion. Let's see. Fleetwood added, Peter, I will miss you, but rest easy, your music lives on. I thank you for asking me to be your drummer
Come
all
on.
those years ago. We did good and trailblazed one hell of a musical road for so many to enjoy. Godspeed to you, my dearest friend. Loved, Mick Fleetwood. Green's family said the music legend passed away peacefully in his sleep in a statement through solicitors. The statement from Swan Turton solicitors said, It is with great sadness that the family of Peter Green announced his death this weekend peacefully in his sleep. A further statement will be provided in the coming days. Peter was from Bethnal Green, East London, and was a blues rock singer, songwriter, and guitarist. He co-founded Fleetwood Mac with drummer Mick and Jeremy Spencer on guitar in 1967 and performed as a British blues band. In its earliest days, it was called Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac. The band's early hits include Oh Well and Man of the World. Peter left Fleetwood Mac after a final performance in 1970 as he struggled with mental health difficulties. He was eventually diagnosed with schizophrenia and spent time in hospitals undergoing electroconvulsive therapy during the mid 70s. In
Sure.
1974, Mick was introduced to Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks, who evolved the band's music into a more pop rock sound. The band continued with the transformed lineup featuring a core group of Fleetwood, Stevie Nicks, Lindsey Buckingham, John McVie, and Christine McVie. This phase gave rise to their huge albums Fleetwood Mac and Rumors. Let's see. Peter was among the 8 members of the band, along with Fleetwood, Stevie Nicks, Lindsey Buckingham, John McVie, Christy McVie, Danny Kirwan, and Jeremy Spencer, who were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1998. In 2019, Rolling Stone ranked Peter at number 58 in its greatest guitarists of all time list. That's something. In 2017, Mick said in an interview with the Associated Press that Peter deserves the lion's share of the credit for the band's success. Peter went on to release solo albums starting with 1979's In the Skies. He also contributed to Rattlesnake Shake and Superbrains on Mick's solo album The Visitor in 1981. Peter then formed the Peter Green Splinter Group in the late 1990s and released 9 albums between 1997 and 2004. Earlier this year, artists including Mick, Pink Floyd's David Gilmour, ZZ Top's Billy Gibbons, and guitarist Johnny Lang and Andy Fairweather Lowe performed at the London Palladium during a gig celebrating the early years of Fleetwood Mac and its founder Peter Green. Artists have paid tribute to the legendary guitarist. Guitarist Bernie Marsden shared a picture and his memories of Peter Green in a long tribute on social media. The Whitesnake musician wrote on Instagram, I can't quite express my feelings this afternoon after learning of Peter's death. I'm just thinking of the times we spent together in the last couple of years. Hanging out with him at his home was very special. A memory I'll cherish. He made me laugh, cry, wonder, and never failed to make me pinch myself when we were alone one to one. There I was, sat with my hero. As a musician, I can only be one of the millions he touched. His talent for guitar playing, vocals, and harmonica would have been more than most people could have possibly wished for. And then you add those wonderful songs, original, vibrant, atmospheric, outright psychedelic, and so much fun to listen to and witness. Those early days of Fleetwood Mac will stay in my mind forever. Many more words will be written and spoken about Peter, but I will, very simply, just miss him. Let's see. This photograph was taken at his house in February, the day of the London Palladium show. He was in a cheeky mood, and when I asked him if he would like to have been in London, he shrugged a little, gave me a smile, and said, "No, I'm having a cup of tea here with you." He made great tea. Of course, R.I.P. PG. Film director Edgar Wright tweeted, "R.I.P. Fleetwood Mac co-founder and original lead singer Peter Green. What a belter this is. Oh well, live 1969. Peter married Jane Samuels in 1978 and they divorced in 1979. They shared a daughter, Rosebud Samuels Greenbaum, born in 1978. And of course, here's some more pictures. And oh wow, they actually have an ad for one of the band's gigs in 1970. Interesting.
Never, and look at the cost. Look at the cost of the tickets.
£1. Dang.
It's what, about $4 or $5 in American? $4 or $5 American?
Yeah. But yeah, here's a bunch of tweets. I'm not gonna go reading them all, but yeah, it's been a rough weekend. You know, losing 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But all four of them, I bet you Peter is rapping in heaven right now.
Hmm. Yeah, but seriously, going back to John Lewis and all, he's like I said, he is the first African American um, congressman to lie in state at the Capitol. So, and then after that, he will get flown back to Atlanta, where he represented, and I believe he's gonna be buried. I think in Atlanta or somewhere in Georgia. I just forgot where. So, oh, here's me. Yeah, we are running out of time though.
So soon? It's over already?
Yeah, it is.
Where did the time go?
That's a good question. All right. Well, anyway, we hope you enjoy the show tonight, and of course tomorrow's New Car Smell Tuesday. Which means we'll have all the new video games, anime, manga, Blu-ray DVDs, and of course the music. You gotta have the music. So anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, please remember to follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and now follow us on Instagram as well. We're just gonna say love, peace, and chicken grease. Everybody have a great night. Sleep well. Stay safe. Stay cool if you're in the heat wave. Stay and thank goodness, hurricanes Hannah and Douglas. Hannah did. I think Hannah did more. Douglas ended up staying away from most of Hawaii. It's like, thank you, good. Yeah, but in any case, oh yeah, I'll tell you what else we got. Wednesday's attention to one. We're going to talk about domestic violence.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one. Thursday, of course, is Rent Rocket Thursday, and Friday is Nearly Naughty Mad Libs. So, with that in mind, I'm just gonna go and say one more time: love, peace, and chicken grease. Everybody have a great night. Sleep well, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow for New Car Smell Tuesday.